Alright, and welcome back, guys. They have finally released all of the information about the brand new Mule Kick perk. We know tier 1 all the way through 5. It has been officially launched. We know exactly what it's going to do and what it's going to be useful for. I know this was leaked prior to this announcement, but I didn't really cover any of the leaks because we didn't know what it was going to be and what was going to be official, because stuff like this has been leaked in the past and it's not always the most correct information. But this is exactly what Mule Kick is going to do as soon as it comes out on the 15th. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to read through all the important information in here, kind of skip over the stuff that we don't need to know about, and then we're going to talk about what use cases Mule Kick's going to really be useful for. And I think for certain scenarios, Mule Kick's actually going to be a little bit of a game changer and stuff like that. But before we do that, if you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. We're getting closer and closer to 115k subs. And on top of that, I got to give a huge thanks to everyone who's going to like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. Those three things help me and my channel out greatly, and it's part of the reason we're growing as quick as what we are. So at the top here, and the first notable thing about this blog post is we get a kind of zoomed out look at the Mule Kick machine. We get to see the lights around it and the mule head. Yes, we've seen this image in the trailer before, but we never got a good look at the top part of it. And this is our first kind of backed up look at the machine. And I just think we get a pretty good look at this perk that we haven't seen before. Scrolling down here, as every night dawns us closer to doing the dirty work of the Omega Group, let's learn about the perk that may save us and maybe even Raptor 1 in Berlin. They're kind of hinting at maybe the Easter egg in Berlin that we're going to be doing, you know, obviously saving Raptor 1. That was kind of the big cliffhanger. This right here wasn't too notable, but at least it gives us kind of a hint towards the Easter egg. This next image here actually gives us a lot of information, but not about Mule Kick. If we look at it, we got Weaver here. He's actually holding the brand new SMG DLC weapon coming on the 15th. And this appears to be the new blueprint bundle that they're going to release with the weapon. So there's that. If you care about bundles, this is what the new SMG kind of launch bundle is going to look like. It looks kind of cool, I guess. It's got a little bit of red accents here. Not the most notable thing ever. And this right here is obviously the Weaver skin we're going to be able to play as soon as the bundle is released. And now as we continue to scroll down through the blog post, this entire segment right here is just talking about kind of the benefits of Mule Kick at its base tier. What kind of having 3 weapons is going to help you do. And I mean, if you've played the game, you know what having an additional weapon is going to help you do and kind of the benefits of that. So we're not going to waste time reading through all that. The most important part here, these are the skill tier upgrades for the Mule Kick perk. We're going to go ahead, read through all of these. And as we're doing that, I'm going to tell you what each individual step is going to be useful for and how it's going to kind of change the game. So starting off, the base tier of Mule Kick is going to allow you to have 3 weapons, and that's going to be useful for a number of reasons. Now you're going to be able to have 2 wonder weapons and maybe a melee weapon if you want to knife and activate, you know, an ammo mod. It's also going to allow you to have 3 different weapons with different pack-a-punch tiers. So if you want to have, you know, cryo freeze, dead wire, turned, you're going to be able to have all of those on different weapons, being able to use all different ammo mods. That right there is pretty useful, but I think the real uses of this perk comes as you upgrade it. So at tier 1, crafted equipment grants an additional equipment if available. Every time you go to the bench with that hard-earned salvage, you'll get 2 equipment pieces for the price of 1. That means double grenades, double decoys, and yes, even double monkey bombs, making this first skill upgrade an incredible start to Mule Kick's advancement path. I think this is pretty strong. Being able to go up to the craftment table and get, you know, 2 stun grenades for the price of 1, 2 decoys for the price of 1 is pretty huge and is going to save you a lot of salvage as you're constantly buying these. And we still don't know how much the brand new LT53 grenade is going to cost. If it's pretty expensive, this is going to be extremely helpful, being able to buy 1, getting 2 in return. And then for tier 2, all enemies have a small chance to drop ammo. While enemies already have a chance to drop ammo in Outbreak, this wasn't the case for round-based zombie maps until now. Once you upgrade Mule Kick to skill tier, the odds of finding ammo around zombie corpses will be in your favor on D Machina, FIREBASE-Z, and Mauer der Toten. This at first seems kind of like a small thing, because when you think about it, there's ammo crates all around the map and you can kind of buy ammo whenever you want. But for camping strategies, this is going to be kind of a game changer. Think about it, when playing D Machina and you're camping on top of Penthouse, or you're on top of the Iron Lung, or maybe you're playing FIREBASE-Z on Colonel's office or in Weapons Lab, the most annoying thing you have to do is go buy ammo, because there's no real ammo crates near you and you've got to walk across the map to buy ammo. So while this is upgraded to tier 2, there's a chance you might not have to leave these spots even at all, depending on how much ammo the enemies drop when this is upgraded. If it's dropping enough where you can just continuously get ammo for your ray gun or whatever weapon you're using, you just might be able to indefinitely sit on top of Penthouse, never having to leave to buy ammo, which is definitely a game changer and going to save you a ton of time while high rounding. You spend so much time buying ammo that you probably don't realize. You might be able to save a total of 10 minutes on a round 100 run, which 10 minutes is a good chunk of time. And now for tier 3, stowed weapons slowly refill ammo from stock. Picture this, in the middle of a boss fight, you frantically fire your ray gun down to a single charge with more in the reserve. but you don't have speed cola to quicken its reload, at skill tier 3, Mule Kick will provide the additional benefit of refilling its magazine from its stock when available, allowing you to swap to one of your other 2 weapons temporarily, then bring your weapon back when it's topped off. Now, how useful this right here is going to be really depends on how quick it's going to charge. If this is super slow, then it's not going to be useful at all, and you're better off just reloading. But if you're going to notice it every time you're swapping between your weapons, if it's going to be a significant amount of ammo, this would be a really cool strat, because keep in mind, you're going to have 3 weapons. You can use all of your ammo from one weapon, switch to another weapon, and for weapons that only have 1 bullet, this is going to be extremely useful. Keep in mind, shotguns don't have a lot of ammo. You've only got like 24 shots. So even just swapping between your 2 weapons, if it's put 10, 15 bullets in there, that's a massive amount. Same thing with snipers, ballistic knife, anything with a low amount of ammo. 1 bullet for that is pretty significant. So this 3rd tier right here has the chance of being extremely powerful. We're just going to have to wait till it officially comes out and see how quickly it works, and we'll test all that on this channel here, and that's when we'll give our final review of the tier 3 and see if it's, powerful or weak. And then for tier 4, 25% chance to keep non-retrievable equipment when used. Remember those double monkey bombs you just crafted as part of tier 1? You now have a chance to keep them. Are any equipment outside of the tomahawk and C4 after its use? This may be incredibly helpful with the new LT-53 grenade, which works wonders on Mauer der Toten. This to me seems really cool. It's very unfortunate because it's not going to work for tomahawks and C4. And for lethal grenades, Tomahawk and C4 are the 2 most powerful. I know why it doesn't work, because you could just keep throwing them at the ground, duplicating them until you had an unlimited amount. So yeah, they kind of prevent this by not allowing you to use the Tomahawk and C4. But other than Tomahawk and C4, Simtex is the only lethal that's actually usable. Frag grenades are kind of useless. But I think the biggest benefit is going to be for the new LT-53 grenades. If these are extremely strong, not only with tier 1 are you going to be able to get 2 per crafting them, you're going to have a 1 in 4 chance every time you use it to be able to keep it. So while tier 4 is definitely going to be nice to have, I think it's going to be a little forgettable when we compare it to everything else in the game, especially with some of the more powerful stuff other perks do, and even the other stuff Mule Kick does. This to me is the weakest tier we've gotten so far. Not useless, but not really that impressive. And now for the final tier, tier 5, 3rd primary weapon is recovered when repurchasing Mule Kick. So essentially, if you go down, lose Mule Kick, you're going to lose your 3rd weapon. As soon as you go to buy it back, you're going to retrieve your 3rd weapon and have it again. Now, pretty much everyone predicted it was going to do this. This was actually what the modifier back in Black Ops 4 did for Mule Kick. If you had all 4 of your perks, you had a special spot, and it kind of gave you a modifier to the perk. This was the modifier for Mule Kick. It would allow you to rekeep your weapon. And this makes Mule Kick a lot more useful than what it was in previous games. A lot of people didn't buy Mule Kick because there was a chance if you went down, you would lose that weapon. And if you had, a ray gun in there, you'd spend so much time getting the wonder weapon to go down and lose it. But you're not going to have to worry about that. As long as you got money to buy Mule Kick back, you'll be able to retrieve any weapon that you have in that additional slot. So yeah, this right here is everything Mule Kick's going to do when we're actually officially able to get it on the 15th. I think this is a pretty strong perk, and I do think it's going to change the game up a little bit and be a game-changing perk. Just being able to camp longer in spots, having that 3rd weapon, and I know in previous games, Mule Kick was kind of the perk everyone didn't buy because you only got 4 perk slots, and Mule Kick really can't compete with, Jug, Quick Revive, Stamina Up, anything like that. It's not really a main perk, and it can't compete with, the big dogs in the league. But keep in mind, there is no perk limit in this game. So after you buy your main perks, you're going to be able to get Mule Kick. And some of these things are just going to be quality of life changes that I'm definitely looking forward to, especially having 2 wonder weapons and a melee weapon with an ammo mod, being able to use the ray gun, knife, activate dead wire, and stuff like that is really going to allow a lot of new strategies introduced to the game. And I can't wait to get in game, test all this out. As soon as they release the perk, we're going to do a tier 5 review, kind of test all these things, see how quickly this charges, all the other stuff, see how useful it is. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. How do you feel about Mule Kick being added to the game? Are you excited it's coming, or do you think it's useless? Are you even going to buy it? Is this going to be something you're going to skip out on? Me personally, I do see the use in this, and we'll just have to see when we're actually able to test it. With that, guys, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. I want to take the last moment to thank anyone who's became a YouTube member or a Twitch sub, and an extra special thanks to those who have taken it above and beyond. We've got Chef, aka Chief, aka Classified. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamasta. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic, the absolute boss, Hunter Redondo, and my friend with the most stable PS5 ever, DX2069. All of these people have become Unlock++ members on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. True homies.